Welcome back. This is Jackson Many, and today I just want us to look on a topic about the origin of the Bible. Okay, the origin of the Bible. Where did the Bible come from? Okay, I think maybe this is a question which it has crossed your mind that where did the Bible come from? It's not bad to know where the Bible come from. Okay, and I can tell you that. I will only share the information which I have, which I believe is a basic information that all of us as Christians, we need to have it. And so the Bible, should I say the Bible contains, I don't know, but the Bible has 66 books, okay? 66 books, and it's divided into two, okay? The Old Testament and the New Testament. Okay? Now, the Old Testament was written, the original language which was used to write Old Testament was Hebrew. Okay? And the New Testament, the language which was written was Greek. Okay? And so, like I said now, the Old Testament, it has some Pentateuch, it has the first 5 books, okay? Call them Torah or Pentateuch. And then we have historical books, we have poetry books, okay? And extra. And in the New Testament, we have also historical books, we have gospel, and it's divided down into divisions, okay? And so the Bible was written by different authors. It wasn't like a one author who wrote the Bible. It was written by different authors, and estimated, the number estimated is 40 people plus, around 40, maybe 41 or 40, okay, who wrote the Bible. Okay, and this is something that is very thrilling to my mind, because these people wrote the Bible in different time of age gap. Okay, but I'm trying to think when Moses died, John, who wrote the book of Revelation, was not even born. Okay, but look the way the Bible is consistent. The way the Bible is consistent, that is very. It cannot be normal, because, for example, if I'm writing a book, okay, and I'm writing a book, by the way, and in my book, for example, where I will end my book, okay, and then I die, then my son, okay, and then my son Joseph, after a while, maybe in his 20 years old, he picks my writings and then continue writing. If you read that book, by the time the book will be over, if you read that book, you'll find that there will be a slight of thoughts, okay? Because we are not one. He is my son, but we are not one, okay? So that's something which is really amazing, because the Bible, these people were far apart from the time they were writing these books. But if you check closely, okay, it talks of one man, it talks of God, it talks of Jesus, okay, it talks of one theme, okay, it talks of a story, and a story about God. Isn't that amazing? And that is a proof enough that this is really the book of God, okay? And so, from the time the book of course, the book of Pentateuch was written by Moses. There is a debate around the last book of Pentateuch, that is Deuteronomy. The end of it, the recording of the death of Moses. Was it Moses who wrote it, or it was Joshua? For me, I think it is Joshua who wrote that slight piece of the end of the book of Deuteronomy. But it doesn't matter anyway. So the book of the Bible, the book of Genesis, even to the book of Malachi, the end of the prophetic era, okay? Because Malachi, closed that prophetic era, okay, before now the coming of Jesus. And so it was written between 13th you know, so Pentateuch was written between 13th to 15th, okay? And then Malachi was written, 5th century. So 13th, 15th, that is before Christ BC. And Malachi was written 5th century, that is before Christ, okay? So the rest of the books, that is the 39 Old Testament books, they were written between 13th, 15th, and then 5th, in that gap before Christ, okay? I hope I'm making sense. And so now we get into, but remember this, the New Testament, the Old Testament, it was written for the children of Israel, okay? It was written for the children of Israel. And so those pastors who pick, or preachers who pick some things from the Old Testament and then they put it on us, on the New Testament, they should read the Bible carefully. Old Testament was written purposely for the children of Israel, the nation of Israel, okay? But I'm not saying that we should not read the Old Testament. No, we should read the Old Testament, and that's why it is inclusively part of the Bible. But my point here is, we should pick principles. We should pick things that are in the Old Testament. Pick those principles. We really need them. Okay, but we need to read the Old Testament in the context that this book was written purposely for the children of Israel. Okay, now the New Testament. The New Testament has 27 books, also written by different authors. Okay, and some of the books, and it was written by the apostles. And those people were closely to the apostles. Okay? It is very easy for my friend to write a story of Jackson. It is very easy because he works with me, he knows me. Okay? Somebody who does not know me cannot clearly write a story about me. And so, in the 27 books of the New Testament, it was written by different authors. And the different authors, the Pauline books, that means the Pauline books were written by Paul. And some books were written when Paul was away, writing to a church that was not close to where he was, okay? And all of these books were put together, and, formed, different books, which later became part of the Bible, and formed 27 books. Okay, and so, man, let me tell you that the Bible, really, beyond doubt, the 66 books were written by men. Okay, the origin of the Bible, who wrote the Bible? It's God is the origin of the Bible. He's the one who wrote the Bible, but through men. Okay, through men. Actually, in Matthew 24:35 says that the world shall pass away, but His word will not pass away. Okay, so God is serious with the word. He is protecting the word. He's protecting the Bible. So we have so many translations around, but the only true translation, we have to get it from the origin. Okay, from the first translation, from Hebrew. Okay, that's why, as a scholar or as a student of the word, you need to, when you're reading this new translation, you need to go back to the Hebrew and get the root of the word, so that you don't corrupt the word. So, end of the day, God is serious in the business of protecting His word, and He's promised that in the Bible that He will protect His word. So actually, that is just a simple and sample of an overview of the Bible. So I believe there's something which you've learned from today, and I believe that you will follow me up, subscribe to the channel, and follow my teachings, and comment, and I believe that we'll be able to grow together. Okay, before I finish, there were some also books that were alleged that they're supposed to be part of the Bible, and they're not, and maybe apocrypha, they're called apocrypha. The book of Enoch, Tobias, Baruch, First and Second, Maccabees, Judith. These are books that are alleged that should be part of the Bible. But I think I'll do a series of the apocrypha, what why they're not fit to be part of the Bible in maybe in some of the next videos that I will produce. Otherwise, may the Lord bless you, and see you soon.